Welcome to Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again. Assalamualaikum and welcome to a special Ramadan edition of Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again. As usual, my name is Taufik, and if you're new here, Power Monday is ERA's original podcast where we bring in the best of the best in the industry to share their real-life journeys, the strategies that kept them through, and the best practices for success. So in this Ramadan edition, we'll be inviting some of our exceptional Muslim teammates to inspire and motivate you guys as we fulfill our obligations in the blessed month of Ramadan. So if you're looking for your weekly dose of empowerment, motivation, and reflection, we're here for you every Monday, 10 a.m. And you can listen to us on the go on ERA Singapore Spotify and even watch us on One ERA YouTube. So now for our motivator today, as a dedicated husband and a father of three, he skillfully juggles his family life with his thriving real estate career of more than 15 years. With a background as an IT analyst, he brings a unique perspective to the real estate industry, particularly in harnessing social media to elevate his business strategies. So without further ado, please welcome the amazing Risdian.
Were you talking about me?
Oh, no, another Risdian.
Yeah, wow. I couldn't recognize the description.
Blue.
Yeah, okay.
My tagline is never be blue again, tapi you pakai baju biru.
Never be blue again. Blue does not always have to be wrong.
Okay. That's for another another edition of Power Monday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for start, maybe Rizan, you want to bring us back to your sejarah hidup and share about your journey on how you move into real estate from an IT analyst.
I see. I'm now 40 years old now. The year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, tell the age right away so you can have a clue where things are. 2024. I'm 40 years old today. Blessed to be on this earth for this long and hope for a long life some more. But I've joined real estate back in 2009. 2009, young guy, maybe about 25 years old. And yes, you're right. I was in IT. Realized that my interest in IT was not that deep or that far or will take me far enough. Like I was dragging myself to work after 8 to 10 years of doing in IT, and I realized, okay, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm just not into it, you know? So when you're just not into it, you feel yourself starting to drag. Fell into real estate or discovered real estate kind of accidentally, was trying to look for extra income. And my then mentor, Ina Sultan, and then Sharifah Kamaria, Helmi Sukor, which are also my uncle, aunties. Ina Sultan's my sister-in-law, actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. And they're all doing real estate. And I thought, like, instead of doing some part-time work that pays $9 an hour, okay, let's do something a little bit more serious, that pays better. Yeah. And, you know, that can teach me something now. Well, and why not real estate in Singapore, number one topic among Singaporeans. So yeah, that's how I started off, being a part-time real estate agent, where they're assisting my mentors and all that, and then learning how to do cases by myself on my own. And then before, finally in 2014, just left the IT world for good and joining real estate full-time. So by then I had 3 kids already. They, of course, I was worried leaving the family, leaving my stable job, comfort zone, a 9 to 6, a fixed salary at the end of every month. Those were the common fears I'm sure everybody had when they tried to do a mid-career switch or mid-life career switch. So, but then yes, with proper planning, with proper mentorship, you know, guidance, advice, and of course you have to work hard during that part-time days to kind of save up money. I think if you have good savings, you'll feel more confident. So that's how I started, Taufik.
Okay, then what inspired you to start using social media as your key component?
Yeah, right. So back then I was in an overlap era, you know, like we were in transition phase. I was in the time whereby we're still at the final stages of Friendster. We were using Napster. I don't know if you know this thing. Napster.
I know Friendster. I don't know
file
Napster.
sharing. Yeah, so we were towards the end of that. And then came on Facebook and came on portal websites, and the use of websites for almost everything starting to become normal. So yeah, of course, I was used to what Straits Times, classified ads, berita harian. Siapa pernah nampak kita punya iklan dekat berita harian, every weekend, with SPH. You have to make calls to SPH before Thursday to make sure you get your iklan in on that weekend. If you miss calling them by Thursday 5 p.m., too bad,
Oh.
you can't make it, and then you'll miss one weekend of probably not having viewings for your listing that you're selling, wasted. So go up through that. Quite expensive. I realize, think about it now, but those costs were normal and standard. You have a list. So of course, then came social media and Facebook, of course, at the start, at the era. And it was of course a tool to keep connected, right?
Yeah.
That was that was what they told us lah. What Facebook is used for, but eventually it's of course a marketing platform at the end of the day, for advertisers to get on board. So slowly I learned about all this, but of course at that point, okay, we have Facebook, and I was doing IT. Like I was not posting about my job on Facebook. I was not
it's a
saying, hey,
different.
just reach the office at 9 a.m. baru sampai, kita baru minum kopi, kita baru fix keyboard.
Nyari
No,
kakak beratap.
we don't do that. We only used to like post events, Hari Raya, we have a new family member, a baby on board. We'll do that, but so when my then mentor in Australia said, hey, you got to use Facebook. It's the thing now. You can get good leads, free leads, right? Well, I was shy lah. Something new, scary, outside comfort zone. We were still using Berita Harian and Straits Times classifieds, but then she kept reminding me to do it. I think it took a year for me to eventually be on Facebook, I tell you. And for anyone who's having fear of either adopting or embracing social media, whatever platform or app is in trend right now, like TikTok, I tell you, and you're looking at me and say you are expert. I'm telling the story. Back then I was no expert. I was also scared. I was like, I will never take a selfie, and now I'm taking selfie.
A lot.
Oh my god, my phone. Oh my god, I'm disgusted with myself sometimes.
So many selfies.
So some selfies I don't even post.
Until you need a separate phone.
Oh my god, until I have a separate phone. Yeah, so that's how I started with Facebook first, and then embrace Facebook, embrace how to take selfies, embrace how to tell the world about what I'm doing, the good that we are doing. Actually, don't be shy. We're serving people selling and buying houses. They have housing matters. They have financial issues supporting their current home. They have big aspirations for a bigger home, moving to up their asset to a private property. And I say, look, I'm doing a good thing. Why am I scared to put myself out there? Yeah, so I said, and when I started it, I got very, very good welcome by people on Facebook. It's not that scary after all. Family members were very kind.
Yeah.
They comment, they congratulate me. They tell me don't give up. They say more to come. And I think those were the reasons why we can have success in our life. The support of people around us.
Yeah. So memandangkan you dah very active in social media, right?
Yeah.
For throughout the start of your career until now.
Yeah,
So have
you can say
you
that.
experienced any social media fatigue?
Yeah, for sure. More so now in 2024, I've been using social media since, let's say, 2014, maybe 10 good years, maybe longer than that. And then the need to always put my life out there. Macam mana punya celebrity put my life out there. Tak juga, tak. But the fact that we always have to nak kena update. Sikit-sikit nak kena update. Makan mana. Now got stories, now got news feed, then now got threads, and then now you have TikTok video. Then sekejap nak buat video, sekejap nak buat picture. If you tell me fatigue, yes, menyampah with myself also. Menyampah with the thing that I have to do this. And for sure, so on and off lah, we'll have fatigue. Of course, once you have fatigue, you rest a bit.
So how do you overcome that social media? Like, do you take some time off, like totally
Yeah,
1
for sure.
week no social media?
So once I start feeling, when I'm like, we rewind a bit, like what are the signs of fatigue?
Correct.
Like when I feel burnt out about my job. Actually, I like my job, like okay, but then when I feel like macam
It becomes a chore, like
like
too much.
malas that they want to do something, Then I feel like the burnout, and then I like don't want to look at my phone at all, which also involves not looking at WhatsApp messages from clients, which can be important.
Yeah.
Like because the social media is in there. right, in the phone. So so those are the signs. When I see that sign, I go like, okay, I'm having fatigue. Partly maybe social media fatigue, partly could be job fatigue, burnout. So so I see those signs, and then macam especially when I start groaning, then my wife will tell me like, you're groaning a lot this year. Macam, bangun je, bangun pagi je patut macam fresh kan. Macam, nak kena edit video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, last week punya video tak edit. Oh, cerita pasal makan ni belum post lagi. Oh, this one belum talk about it yet, this topic. Oh my god, it's just so tiresome. Betul. So then,
so as a real estate agent, you need to macam rush to be the first, like, whenever
rush to
something
be
baru.
first. You're so right. When there's announcement for cooling measure, hari tu tengah makan pukul 5 Friday, they like to do announcements on Friday 5 p.m. and you're out just going to the beach or maybe going to East Coast Soccer Centre nak makan sate. Sekali announcement keluar, habis nak kena FOMO. Nak kena macam when you are a content creator and you are the first one out to tell that content about, enhanced housing grants now have been up from 80,000 to 120,000, or like 15-month wait out period for PPO, private property owners, if they want to downgrade to HDB, and then you have to be first to report. Dah macam journalist. But you help lah. Sometimes also I'm the first to report and I get thousands of views kan. And that's part and parcel of being a marketer, content creator and all that. But then you come back to the point that, when like the kids are like, you have to leave the keys, you have to leave the table and go kat tepi, or you're there at the table but you're not there.
Correct.
Because you're editing and you want to cepat-cepat be the first. And especially myself, 15 years in this line, I think I've created a good reputation, a good brand, consistent marketing, and there are marketing that is taking place without me having to like press buttons, right? Like we have automated ads and all that. I say, why tak kena buat macam gini Why macam lain lah, macam if I'm baru first year agent, maybe nak kena hustle sikit lah, nak kena berkobar-kobar sikit, cepat sikit. Semangat. But now semangat, betul, semangat. But now 15 years should change I should be a little bit more macam cool, relax. You know, when you have those solid brands out there, they're not like, buy this bag, Taufik, buy this bag. No, they're not in your face. You know, those are maybe the new brands. They offer discount. They are not doorknob. Please buy our pizza. There are coupons like Domino's on there. But the cool brands will be like, okay, we have a store here. We do our branding. We do advertising. You want? You come. Okay. So, if you ask me, then what do I do to address the fatigue? Right? Yeah. So over time, I think we have to set our mind first. I think everything begins with our own mind. If we can control our own mind, what we want, what we perceive things are, it is, I think it's very good already. For example, okay, macam perception, like social media, for example. If you see like you always need to be on social media, then you will tell yourself that. But if you can tell yourself that, look, social media will always be there, right? You can take at night 3 hours later to go and update. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Then you will believe that too. So it's whatever you believe in. You believe in FOMO, you will rugi if you tak update social media, everything and all at once or secepat mungkin. That will be your reality. So we must tell our mind like, okay, relax. Like apa-apa pun, lagi dia orang Islam, terpercaya pada keadaan dan kadar, rezeki pun daripada tangan Allah kan. So you know, we set the effort, so it's okay. Then number 2, I find that that's why I have 2 phones now, because I am so guilty of not being present around my family members kadang-kadang pasal so one phone is for social media tau. Social media, meaning to say this phone, the iPhone 15 Pro I baru beli, dia cara tak sengaja it became this strategy. I still wanted to use one phone, so I had an iPhone 12 dah macam 5 years. Then I said, okay, let's buy iPhone 15.
So this is recent, having
recent,
a phone.
Recent only, not last time. I'm not the kind of agent who have 2 lines, one personal, one business, right? So that was, I tried that before and just malas nak bawa 2 phone. So I stopped that 10 years ago. So but now why I have 2 phones again, this time it's really something to do with social media, something to do with segregating time, my screen time. So my normal phone, which is my business phone, it has my WhatsApp and my Outlook email, ERA email, all that. but it doesn't have my social media on there,
Mm.
right? So that one really, I pick up the phone is to communicate with client. But sometimes before that, we have an all-in-one phone. I had one phone. All my apps are there. My
Yeah,
Facebook,
yeah, yeah.
TikTok, Instagram there. So when I open WhatsApp, accidentally what? I don't know. The fingers suddenly go to Facebook.
Yeah,
Don't know
yeah,
for
yeah.
what. Tak ada niat tau nak pergi Facebook. Niat ni nak buka WhatsApp. Nak check messages. Or maybe somebody had sent me some documents.
Yeah.
That's all. But so open WhatsApp nak pergi Dropbox ni nak save document, accidentally buka Facebook, don't know what. Then kat sana dah kat Facebook dah 10 minit. Kadang-kadang balik rumah dah until 1 hour just on scrolling.
Yeah.
You know you have what you call that mindless scrolling, right? You
Yeah.
heard of it. Or doom scrolling, is it? Okay. So that's what happened. It could be Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Tak kisah apa app. So I remove all these apps on my main phone.
Yeah.
So I said I pick up my main phone is to WhatsApp. Hi, the viewing is confirmed for tomorrow. Okay, then remind my client, don't forget we have a viewing tomorrow. I'll see you 15 minutes beforehand. Blah blah blah. That's it. Put down the phone. That's it. So I hopefully not distracted, but you know we are human lah.
Yeah.
One way or another we'll be distracted by something.
Yeah.
Then I have another phone here, which is the newer phone, the phone with the better camera.
Yeah.
So that is for social media. So let's say I take pictures of the day throughout the day for my stories, or I take video lah, like approaching somebody's house or being in a new listing, showing the sale of a new listing, or just signing an OTP with a buyer. So I took snippets of that, and I've also stopped having to upload like every on the spot uploading. I'm on the spot posting, on the spot reporting. I stopped that. So I take, go home, then I post. There's another minus point about that lah. But then, so when I'm present with my client, I tak sibuk nak kena upload kat stories.
Correct.
Yeah. So I tak sibuk editing the text. Ni text lawa ke tak? And then the client still talking, no.
Yeah.
Or then you're driving or what, you know, you're gonna be late. So no, so I just stop all that. And on my social media phone, the second phone, I do all my social media stuff. When I come back, I edit the videos in CapCut. I post what I need to post. Go to stories. Post the 5 stories I had today in mind. Met a client. Sign a deal. Or say met an old friend. Tag him. Right, good bumping into you. Taufik, you know, for example. And I do all that like late night. I mean, just like sometimes it can even be the next day because I reach home late at night, and this because I starting to tell myself, hey, you don't owe it to people to do real life reporting lah. Sometimes my trip Malacca, I still posting until now. You know how long ago I went Malacca? 2 days ago. 2 weeks ago.
I love Malacca.
Yeah, I love Malacca too. So I took a lot, and like, tak payahlah sibuk-sibuk. With the kids all that, still having fun, still want to upload. I'm like, no, relax. Like, and I'm a kind of person actually, guys, who have more content, more topics, more media than the time to post. Like banyak, so much.
You have like archives now.
I have a lot of things to talk about, to post about. Idea ni bertepek banyak. Kat dalam mind, kat dalam notes ada, kat dalam notebook pun ada, kat komputer pun ada. Banyak idea, banyak. Kalau duduk, I think I should just be content creator besok-besok lah. Just for agents lah mungkin
Boleh.
Yeah.
That's a new career.
Yeah, so I summarize. So my mindset, no need to like, don't FOMO, always have to post directly. Then number 2, I segregate my social media and my work phone so that I know my intention with the different phones what I want to do. And number 3, sometimes, and this is hard lah. I'm still struggling with it, but I'm putting at home no phone zone.
Oh,
Got
specific bilik.
flying, got no fly zone, right?
Yeah.
Right, you cannot fly over certain countries, right, or certain areas, right?
Yeah.
So I want to put no phone zone. So like say for my master room, what, like, you know, we go on bed like 11 p.m. Then we start scrolling, mindless scrolling, and then it could be like 12:30 a.m. Then we sleep 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
Guilty.
Are you guilty of that?
Yes,
Familiar, right?
Yep.
I think everybody is.
Every day they pass away.
Yeah, like, then for what, you know? Like, some things only, I tell you, maybe 1-2% are very beneficial. But the rest, you watch this accident lah, enough lah. How many accident you want to watch? How many times you want to see these 2 gangster fight? How many times you want to see people recipe for making kunafa or what? How many times you want to see? No need lah.
I forgot, especially Ramadan.
Ramadan.
Assalamualaikum
Oh yeah,
guys.
yeah. Oh
Siapa
my
nama
God,
dia?
Ramadan. Karul
Kami.
coming. Yeah, talking about Ramadan. Yes. So now that we are in Ramadan or approaching Ramadan, I think more than ever we should not be wasting our time. So back to like, okay, which I think at home or at the office or whichever, or your mother's house or even whatever, we should have like no phone zone. Like your bed, around your bed, no phone zone. Like your phone should be outside in the living room. Maybe I do that like every now and then lah. Sometimes I forget and I take it home. Boring. So, but I know we all need to be entertained somehow, or we need to have something before we sleep.
Correct.
Then have your small lamp, have a book, have a couple of books that you may want to read. Yeah. Then you'll fall asleep very soon because books can be boring. But like more tiring to like like less
More energy
less
needed.
attractive. Why? So you're like reading, then you sleep better. Isn't that what you're going on bed for? To sleep,
To sleep.
not to
Oh
be
my
on
God.
social media.
Yeah.
So I think no, and especially if you have with family, your kids and all that. I think like for us, self-employed or working from home, I think very hard to separate when you're working and when you are not working, especially when the kids see you at home, they think you are free, which rightfully is. Traditionally,
Should be,
when
yeah.
you are at home, you are not working, but
Yeah.
all the lines have been blurred, all the roles have been blended. That's the word. Thank you. All the time zones have been blended. We used to work 9 to 6 and then be with our kids after that. But now it's funny. At night also sometimes we are answering because agents also again speed of time.
Correct.
Yeah, like orang ask for inquiry, we have to respond. If not, they probably go to the next guy.
Yeah.
We have an offer. We probably have to handle that offer for the listing we have right away or as soon as we can, because we don't want to make the buyer wait or lose that offer again. Yeah. So okay, then also I'm trying to have like no phones at the dinner table.
Phone jail.
Phone jail, right? Yeah, no phone at the dinner table. So if you have a study or you have an office corner, you should leave your phone there when you are leaving the table. The phone should be there. It's like the old time, Taufik. I don't know did you grow up a time there was only one phone at the house and it was on the wall?
Yeah, my one is tepi TV.
Yeah, tepi TV. Next to the TV, one of those dial phones. You can see the keypad.
Yeah.
You don't have caller ID. So I grew up in that time and there was one phone. And if you want to use that phone, you have to go to that spot on that wall, pick up, talk, finish, put it back, go back to whatever you're doing, have dinner, spend time with your family, play with your children, all that. So I'm like trying to bring it back to my life here. I'm trying to apply to like, especially in Ramadan, when I think you have to do not only don't waste time, of course, and number two, use your time meaningfully.
Yeah.
If the very least, if you're not like doing religious activities, the very least you should be like spending time with your family, cooking at home, preparing the food, going out to buy good food, bring your children along, talk to your spouse. I think that's the good practice. What else do I practice? I think I have a timer also. 10 p.m. alarm. My son asked why I have this alarm at 10 p.m. every day. You know what the alarm says?
No social media. Tidur.
Almost.
Tidur.
Do not scroll mindlessly.
Oh wow.
Because sometimes it's around 10 to 11 that we scroll mindlessly.
Yeah.
What are we doing sometimes? Yeah, so especially during Ramadan, it's a time to... And during Ramadan, everyone also is like maybe the Western New Year resolution. So every Ramadan, maybe we're gonna lose weight. Oh, we're gonna spend more time with our children and have not work too hard or spend too much time on our careers,
Family, focus more on your faith.
So if you're talking about fatigue, social media fatigue, you're talking about introducing guidelines or limitations to your phone time, I think it's good to do this Ramadan, guys.
Yeah, so it's all about setting boundaries and making sure you also keep to it lah, and not you dah penat-penat set all the phone je tapi you tak buat pun for what kan.
Yep.
So especially in this month of Ramadan, how do you make sure, or maybe how do you instill, kan Ramadan is all about reflection and gratitude, right? So how do you intervene that into social media and how you navigate social media?
I think social media, I think in the early days it started off being a vlog. So like like
Even now.
social pages were people writing about vlogs, and I think we used to like reading vlogs, but they were longer written. They were written like much longer in like a composition style rather than a short post style. Did you read people's blogs that time?
Pernah dulu.
Huh? Yeah. So I think if you want to do about reflections, I think it's good that you may write in a blog style, accompanied with some photos, and you can talk about things that you are thankful for, things that very positive things, right? Like we are thankful that we are born in a country without doing much effort. Born in a country with no war, with no natural disasters. We can reflect on that. Sometimes we can be very ungrateful. I think one of the signs that we have social media fatigue, when you start being so ungrateful, I forgot I wanted to touch on that. So if I may touch a bit on that, sometimes we become ungrateful. Like well, some of us have a car, have a nice house. Like pun tak cukup. Because why? Because every time we are scrolling on social media, what happens? So we compare ourselves.
Competition.
We compare ourselves. Wow, that guy already got bigger car, bigger house. Oh, I still have no car. I still haven't upgrade. And then, but actually, you have a lot more than you think or than you realize. And whatever you have is something you've been wishing for maybe 5 years ago.
Correct.
You wanted to be married, and now you already are. And then, but you're still ungrateful because why? You realize that alamak, you haven't traveled to London. Random thought. Random thought. Because guys, you must remember, whatever you see on social media is a skewed publishing of someone's life. That means it's been tailored to show only the positive points.
Correct.
Whatever their struggles is, whatever their pains they have in their life, whatever losses they had, they are likely not to put it on social media. Like, you don't know that they actually have a struggle, or you don't know that actually the mother paid for the car. We don't know. So like, you are thinking like, wow, this guy 25, wow, he owned a big car. You don't know the mother go buy a car because she loved the son so much, right? Or too much money. You don't know. But you compare to your 25-year-old self, you're stuck in a 9 to 6 job. You haven't got your promotion. But actually, it's a job that you actually like. But this is part of social media fatigue. You start to become ungrateful, and if you see signs of like that, then you definitely have to apply all the positive guidelines we spoke about, detaching yourself, limiting your time on there. And back to the reflections during Ramadan now, it's all about being thankful. So I think we should share like topics like things that you have now but you never had before, and you were wishing for it and now you got it. So maybe it could be as simple as you took a 2 weeks break.
Yeah.
Like, a month break in another country, for example, to do backpack. You can reflect on those time. I took a break in Bali for about 4 months. Yeah, you can reflect on that. You can reflect on travel, places you've never been and now you've gone. But it can also be simple things. I feel like it could be simple things. It could be like, if you see this kuih kan, macam kuih onde-onde, and you put a picture on that, and you reflect that, how thankful you were to your grandmother, and eating this onde-onde reminded you of her because she used to make this. So those are the positive reflections I think we can talk about. Yeah, and again, being in this very, very safe country, very safe economy to do investment for real estate and all that, I think those are the reflections we can do.
Also, kita kalau nak kena buat something pun, kita kena ikhlas juga. Kita tak boleh just main ikut just because je berbual pasal ni, kita pun kena berbual pasal ni just to keep on trend. Kan, I think part of the positivity in social media is that kita pun kena secara ikhlas luahkan perasaan dengan secara positif, and then therefore it won't affect us too much lah.
And I think it's also a good time to share about charity and community support.
Correct.
But so if you have your favorite or preferred charities that you want to talk about, I think during Ramadan is good. I mean, if you've always been talking about real estate on your social media, housing matter lah, upgrade lah, then maybe now is the time during Ramadan to talk also about other things that actually matter to you. If you are interested to helping charity for kids with special needs, it's someone in your family has special needs, maybe you can spread awareness. Use your followers and influence on social media to spread awareness for this charity, and in that sense also make a different kind of connection now. Sometimes we real estate agents are all too guilty just talking about housing, but actually if we talk about other things, people will love to connect with us on other matters. And We just need to put real estate aside sometimes, or whatever business we have aside, and then talk about other matters that really matter.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So before we end things off, do you have
Yeah.
any final words to our audiences dalam bulan Ramadan, bulan yang mulia ni?
Yeah, I think now is a good time to find peace, especially when you're working so hard, when you have tough cases and all
Yeah.
that, you have anxiety, you have burnout, and now is a good time to find peace. We'll just summarize. Yep, set your intentions, right? Set your intentions. If you want to find peace, go for it. You don't have to be FOMO, fear of missing out, to always be part of the hustle culture,
Yeah.
right? Number two, I think we didn't speak about that, but definitely block people or block channels, pages that bring negativity to yourself lah.
Yeah, correct.
Because sometimes terbawa-bawa this negativity. Like I don't know whether you get it or not, but like say for example, I am on this Singapore traffic accident page and then the comments there are so like wild, and people are so angry and blaming this, and then they use all these kind of words, and I get flustered myself. Like for nothing. Like I was peaceful, I was fine, and I become this angry guy. Tu marah, triggered. Oh my god. You know what? I actually unfollow some of these, like, sorry to say, like these mothership pages and like, because the comments are just so toxic and terbawa-bawa. You're right, Taufik.
Correct,
Terbawa. Okay, number 3 also, set your boundaries and limitations and focus on faith as well as family time. Yep.
All right, there you have it. Thank you so much, Risdian, for your sharing today. And thank you to you guys who are tuning in to this episode. Keep in mind that digital detox is not about completely disconnecting from social media, but rather it is about cultivating mindful engagement with it. It is also about setting healthy boundaries and curating your online experiences to promote positivity and connection. So if you guys like this episode, please continue to follow us on Spotify and like our videos on our channel and leave your comments. We'd love to read them. Stay tuned for more powerful episodes, and until next time, keep pushing forward, stay empowered as we continue to rise by raising others. And remember, your Mondays will never have to be blue again. May this Ramadan strengthen all of you as we fulfill our obligations and with all of our taqwa. So Ramadan Mubarak, everybody. Have a great week. Assalamualaikum.
Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again.